Alright guys, this is a genius with Lean Keto Times, and I know it's been a long time, but this is probably going to be the last video that I'm going to do for this channel and for the website pickupdaily.com. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this video, to make some major announcements and also to talk about a theory I have and this new discovery that I think may work well for you guys in the pickup community. So anyways, as I always start off with, I got my keto carnivore meal. I got nice ribeye steak and some scrambled eggs mixed with some onions and green peppers. And then I got my spider bite venom recipe cocoa drink, hot cocoa drink, which got a little stevia, a little cinnamon, vanilla, and some unsweetened cocoa mix. And then here I got my spider bite venom drink, which is good for fasting if you add salt, potassium, but it's apple cider vinegar, Perrier water, sparkling mineral water, I guess, and a little lime juice. So very good. So anyways, about to go to the gym, so and then after that I'm going to start fast. So as you probably know, if you've been keeping up with this channel, I haven't been doing anything lately because of the website is basically been shut down because the YouTube is not allowing any comments to be seen made on other websites from this channel. And what we were doing over there was using the comments section to basically take the, let people know, put the link to the website and let people know that the channel's available, but all of a sudden YouTube started shadow banning that. And people no longer was able to see our comments, and no longer new viewers to the website or new visitors to the website couldn't see the comments. So there's no point in continuing that. I'm not one of these typical affiliate marketing guys who wants to take all the time and learn how to promote that. And besides, the website was to bring in people in the pickup community that are basically already into it, so they can watch other people's videos and read some articles and see some breaking news and stuff like that. So I just didn't see it worth going forward with that now that YouTube has decided to do all the censorship and banning and whatnot. So anyways, enough of that, because as you know, if you've been watching this channel, I have another idea, which is promoting these two recipes. I mean, you can make this at home, but eventually I want to get to a point where I can bottle this stuff and distribute it and help you reach your fitness goals and so forth. And that was also part of the idea of the website, was to eventually market the distribution of this stuff on the website. But anyways, now there's no able to happen. I'm going to promote the drinks, and that leads me into my discovery, because ever since I stopped keeping up with the website, I mean, doing some research, coming up with new ideas when it comes to fear, pickup in girls and whatnot, and how also that can help you in other areas of your life without having to, pay thousands of dollars on seminars, seats, and going, listening listen and buying products from these self-help gurus. And that's basically, oh man, look at that steak. Steak is so good. It's basically, by now, I'm going to probably just, like I said, this will be my last video for this channel. Start a new channel called spiderbitevenom.com, and there's already a domain name reserved for that website, and it'll promote a new discovery that I came up with using rubber bands. Now you see this rubber band here? In short, this rubber band can help you pick up girls, believe it or not. And it's got nothing to do with being high value and all that silly nonsense. But this is based upon the principles of Fear Technology, which is a program that my favorite PUA coach, RSD Ozzy, used in his program. So, but this rubber band right here is the key. Now, first to explain how it is, explain to you what a little bit about our psychological makeup is, and how it's also related to what I made some discoveries a while back about dog training. And I've done a lot of research into dog training, combine that with Ozzy's Fear Technology, and this is how I came up with the rubber band idea. So, anyways, don't worry if you don't understand this video all the way through, because it's kind of complicated, but at the same time very simple. You can rewind it and be on the lookout for future articles and videos on this subject. But anyways, our psychological makeup is based upon self-esteem and or ego, and ego has a lot to do with our confidence, how much we are confident in doing something, and the opposite of confidence obviously is fear, and we can't trick our subconscious, which is where we get our confidence from. I mean, our confidence is built in the subconscious. And this is where a lot of self-help gurus mess up, because they try to teach people that confidence is built by reading a book or going to a seminar or something like that. And even if they say, no, you got to take action, they still missing the point, because you're not going to take any action that you're not confident that you can accomplish. So, or take any action that you're afraid to do. So, that being said, you have to give another, it's kind of hard to articulate, you have to give another goal or something else, another activity, another action you can take that you're confident you can do to compete with an action that you're afraid to do. I don't know if that makes sense, but in a nutshell, See, I'm not afraid to wear this rubber band. See this rubber band? I mean, I put it on my wrist. It's easy, right? Now, I'm not afraid to take it off. I'm not afraid to leave it on. If I want to leave it on for 15 minutes, I'll leave it on for 15 minutes. If I want to leave it on for 2 days, I can leave it on for 2 days. This, I'm confident. It should be obvious, right? I'm sure you're confident if you're watching this. You could do it too. You can leave this thing on for 15 minutes. You can leave it on for 15 days if you wanted to. Now, whether you're not confident, okay. Well, I'm not confident that I can go and pick up, some hot chick out on the beach or at a grocery store every day. Now, I'm confident that I could approach a girl at a grocery store, approach a girl on the beach and say hi to her or whatever. I can do that. But I'm not always in the mood to do that. And if I'm not in the mood to do it, or if I feel like I'm too afraid to do it, even though I know I could do it, I mean, it's reasonable. That level of fear I can work with. And all I have to do is put into competition the fear of taking this thing off and approaching, let's say, one girl in a grocery store or on the beach. You see where I'm going? So, what do I do? Well, first of all, before I do anything, I want to take out a sheet of paper and write down 2 things. First, a long-term goal that I know that is so over the top, so crazy that I couldn't possibly accomplish it in a lifetime. Like, let's say, for instance, date 5 Victoria's Secret models at the same time. Okay. Then the second thing I want to write down on that piece of paper is a goal that I could do easily and make that a daily habit. So I have an overall goal. That's the first thing I write down on the piece of paper. And then the second thing on the piece of paper is a goal that I can accomplish every day. So let's say, for instance, for 15 minutes, I have to go out on the beach and walk around and maybe just do that. Maybe not even say hi to any pretty girls yet. Now, every day that I wake up, I take that piece of paper and I read those two things as an affirmation. Okay? That's the second thing I do. The fat on this ribeye is so good. So that's the second thing I do. Wake up every morning and I read the long-term goal and then the short-term goal or the daily goal to myself out loud. Okay? And those 2 goals have to be written in handwriting because there's a connection between your brain and your hand when you write it down. Not typing on a computer, but writing it down. And every day, Read that to myself. Now, the third thing you got to do, is take this rubber band, stick it on your wrist. If it's too loose, stick it around your wrist twice, like that. And make it to where it's uncomfortable. So you want to take this thing off. Now here's where the magic happens. Now, let's say I don't feel like going out on the beach for 15 minutes. I'm going to a grocery store for 15 minutes looking around for a girl to talk to. Okay? That's fine. But if you tell yourself, I'm not going to take this thing off until I accomplish that goal, so I'll at least walk around for 15 minutes and say hi to at least one girl, this thing stays on all day. Okay? Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to do it because you're going to feel so weak and so stupid if you take that rubber band off your wrist without first accomplishing that goal. And that means that you're training yourself. It's like a dog trainer trains a dog to do things that you don't want to do or afraid to do. Every time you put this rubber band around your wrist like a leash. Okay? So, rewind this video, think about that for a second. Let's think about that. I've been doing this for the last few days, and it works. Okay? Overemphasize how well it works. You can do this for any goal. Which brings me to the fasting. Okay? Let's say I want to go on a 48-hour fast, which is what I'm intending to do as soon as I come back from the gym. I'm eating my last meal now. I'm going 48-hour fast. I'm trying to see if I can go 72, but anyways, 48-hour fast at least. So when I come back from the gym, I'm only going to put this thing on. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my wrist. And then when I come back from the gym, because it's going to remind me that I'm going to start my fast when I come back from the gym. And then when I feel like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat something, which I probably won't anyways because I'm on a keto diet. I could barely finish this meal now. I'm not going to take this thing off until the hunger pain passes, or at least loosen it. Till the hunger pain passes, I can still keep it on. Until I reach my 48-hour fast. Okay? So right now, I should start my fast around 1 o'clock this afternoon. That means 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, I'll be finished with my fast. Okay? and I'll do it. Because, especially a man, my ego gets in the way, my pride gets in the way. When my subconscious tells myself, "Oh, you're a pussy, you're a weak idiot if you take this thing off before you're supposed to, before your fast is up. You can't handle keeping a rubber band on your wrist. You can't keep a rubber band on your wrist. If you take it off, you're gonna feel stupid. You're gonna feel like a weak beta cup idiot because you can't go 48 hours without eating." And I picked up some weight when I came back from vacation a few weeks ago. So I gotta accomplish this goal. So I want you to think about that. That is magic. Okay? And what you're gonna find is each time you're able to keep that rubber band on, you get more confident. Because that's where confidence comes from. Confidence doesn't come from reading a book. Confidence comes from accomplishing smaller goals every single day, little by little, until the point where it becomes a habit, and what you currently are accomplishing is no longer challenging. And that's why you up the challenge. So let's say, for instance, I'm able to make it 48 hours without fasting. The longest I fasted is 72 hours. But I've always wanted to try a 7-day or 5-day fast. But just to use that as an example, if I were to keep this rubber band on and I want to increase the challenge, I would just say, okay, after 48 hours, let's see if we can go for 72. Okay? And then after 72, let's see if we can go for 96. So on and so forth. And that's how confidence is built. Or let's say with pickup, you talk to a girl, really hot girl, and she rejects you. Well, first of all, let me tell you, I got a real nasty blowout on the beach a couple days ago. And I didn't even realize that it was a nasty blowout because I was so happy that I was able to keep the rubber band on until I did the challenge. And I feel more happy about completing the challenge than I did, whether or not I was going to get success with the girl. And that's another thing that's so powerful about this. And it's something that Ozzy discovered in his Fear Technology program, where he talked about how your brain focuses attention on whether or not you're going to get approval from a girl to whether or not can you complete the 2-minute challenge. And that's the basis behind rubber band theory. I guess I can call it that for right now, rubber band theory. Same thing. I'm more focused on keeping this rubber band around my wrist than I am about a girl rejecting me. And the more girls I approach, the better my pickup skills are going to get. So eventually, it's just a matter of time when I get what I want. As a matter of fact, it would be no surprise if 10 years from now, I'll reach, if not somewhere near, the macro goal of dating 5 Victoria's Secret models at the same time. So think about that. This is why when you set that macro long-term goal, you break it down to what it takes, what's the cost, how long is it going to take, what do you need to do every day, what daily habits you need in order to reach that goal. And then, as long as those goals are reasonable, then challenge yourself to do it every day with a rubber band around your wrist. See that? Now, if at this point you think all that I'm saying is retarded or ridiculous, just try it. Just try it. You're going to be amazed. Something else I discovered too, because it's led me to thinking about a lot of things. You know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Lord of the Rings. And done a lot of research on Joseph Campbell and how George Lucas used the power of myth to create those movies. I'm going to tell you something. There's a reason why mythology and movies like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings allude to an external device or external object in order to channel power, which is really confidence in yourself. So say, for instance, in Star Wars, you know, the obvious big thing there was the Force. And usually a Jedi would have a weapon like a lightsaber in order to channel his powers of the Force. But his abilities to use the Force really was dependent on how sensitive he was to using either his selfish passions or his compassion to defend others. And the Jedi were more sensitive than other beings towards that end, and that's what gave him extra powers. And in the case of Lord of the Rings, you had a ring. The ring gave them extra power, but the ring really was just channeling an outside force that was really a boost or amplifier to their own confidence. And it could be used for good or it could be used for evil. And that's why everybody from famous people to, royalty, to people back in the day, to unique heroes, gladiators, people who stood out, either kept some kind of device, some kind of weapon that was personal to them, or some kind of, you want to call it lucky charm, or some kind of necklace or some kind of ring, some kind of ornament, to remind them that if they took it off, they would feel less confident. So the magic was not the ring itself or the ornament itself, the crown or the jewel itself or the sword or whatever. It was the psychological significance that it was placed upon by that individual, the personal significance it was that made them believe in themselves, made them believe in their confidence. And that's why those people were more successful than others. And that's the difference. And that's why something like a rubber band can work so well. Now, could I use something more fashionable? Absolutely, but that's not the point. The point is this is our psychological makeup. This is how dogs' psyches are made. Animals, to some extent, we're animals, and but the fact that human beings are obviously more intelligent, we're able to figure this out. And that's the difference. So, anyway, this video is getting kind of long, and I can't even finish my meal because it's so good, so satiating. But this is what I'm going to be talking about from here on out. I'm going to be talking about this stuff because this is it. This is the key. You can accomplish anything you want. And my goal is to spread this message. The more that I see it work in my life, the more I want to spread the message that it can work in your life as well. And so just be on the lookout for that. So I don't know if you want to see any more videos on this channel, but I'm definitely going to copy and paste this video to my new channel called Spider Bite Venom. And think about what I said, rewind it. I'll be writing articles about this. Probably the only thing I'll be writing on the website until the news website is up and running. And until then, keep taking action.